Hi, Sal.
We visited Quito in Ecuador.
Yes, we did. I liked Quito.
I liked Quito as well. It sits at 9,100 feet.
Yeah, hiking up those. I think we were on the sixth floor, so going up the stairs the first day was not tough, but you definitely knew you were at altitude.
And I feel like when we went this time, I had a better experience with the altitude than I've had in the past. I didn't get sick. Sometimes you can get sick, not like nauseated, but I just had kind of a headache, and we enjoyed it.
Yeah, I didn't have any trouble. You just know that, you breathe a little heavier when you're hiking and stuff. So
It's really beautiful there. It's really, Ecuador is a very clean country. They have good air quality. The streets are kept quite clean. I feel like we drank all the water there and ate everything. I don't remember having we never had any problems there.
It was totally good.
There was really amazing art, which I enjoyed thoroughly. We were right downtown, close to the craft market, which was really fun to visit. I bought a scarf.
Yes.
Alpaca.
Yeah, I bought my magnet. Yeah, they had and it was on the weekend. They had artists came out with the paintings and.
At the park.
Yeah, there were at least 50 of them out there, and it was nice to see that.
So the art was I was really impressed with all of the art. I really enjoyed it. There's a very famous artist there who he paints these really tragic watercolor paintings of the indigenous people suffering because, of course, it was colonized.
Yeah.
Sadly.
Yeah.
And we had, go ahead.
I like the painting that has the single alpaca and someone riding away, and sometimes there'll be, a mountain view or desert view, and I think those look really cool.
I painted that. I copied that design, and I painted it with watercolor whilst we were there, and that was really fun to do. Travel tip, if you like to create art, watercolors are a really nice way to do that because they're super lightweight and packable. You can bring small paper, small packaging. You won't make a mess in your luggage. We had great meals in Quito. The thing about Ecuador that's so fun is there's really great and affordable food. We would get executive lunches, so they're pre-prepared. You come in and you can have a choice of chicken or fish. They come with rice or French fries and a little salad. Usually there's maybe a dessert.
Yeah.
And juice.
Yeah.
For like $2.50 a person.
It was crazy.
And really fast service.
Yeah.
So they have everything pre-prepared.
Yeah.
So you just sit down and you say what you want, and then they just start bringing you a bunch of food.
Yeah. We were down near the main plaza, where the presidential palace was. Well, he comes out, I think it's every Monday.
I think so too.
Every Monday he'll come out onto his balcony and say a few words, and it's really cool. I mean, I'm sitting there in Quito. Now that was a rainy day, but we're looking up, and the president's sitting there and chatting. I mean, I didn't understand the words, of course, but I thought that was nice. And there was hundreds of people in the plaza that day coming to see him. So
right, that's at Independence Plaza. We decided to take a cab because it was really raining, and it wasn't very far from where we were staying, but man, it took a long time because there were so many crowds.
Yeah.
There was a big, huge traffic backup.
We ended up getting out. I don't know, hundreds of yards, because there was 50 cars just dead stop, so we just got out and walked the rest of the way.
Right. That was fun. They had a changing of the guard kind of situation where there was some fancy dress military people, and there was a band. And then they had the regular military people with their big machine guns or whatever. Oh yeah,
there was definitely some guards.
Lots of security.
Guards about, yeah. It was interesting. But, it's like, you got to be prepared, but, obviously nothing happened. I've seen that in a lot of places.
Yeah.
So we've seen that in Jordan and Turkey and, everywhere. It's just, they're walking around with security, so. But
right. I don't know
never
what
a
those
problem.
guns are, but they look pretty intimidating.
AK-47. They're anyway, it's unimportant. They what else do we see there? We tried to find the
watercolor
museum, right?
Because I like to watercolor, but we couldn't find it.
It was on Google Maps, and we walked around that blocks for an hour and couldn't find it.
Yeah.
And no one, we were asking people and no one else knew of it. So I'm thinking it's one of the rare occasions Google Maps was incorrect.
You know what's, well, sure, or maybe we just weren't figuring it out. I don't know.
Yeah.
We get around, we pretty much know what we're doing, so we use Google Maps a lot. I think it was the map.
Yeah.
It wasn't us. One thing that's interesting, if you go to different countries, they'll sell you, like I had to get Band-Aids because I was getting a blister on my foot, and the guy sold me like 2 Band-Aids instead of an entire package. And that actually happened with other kinds of medication where you like buy 2 Advil instead of a whole bottle of Advil, which is kind of interesting.
Yeah.
It's, South America doesn't have, English isn't spoken everywhere as broadly as it is in some other countries. So if your English is your primary language, bring a translation app with you because that can be really challenging just getting around.
Oh yeah, we've typed in a whole paragraph, hit translate, and you just show them your phone. So it's really helpful, particularly if you're talking about, medication or something like that. If it's food, you just go into the restaurant and
point.
Yeah, it's like, or
make a gesture. I'm hungry.
Yeah. So usually the servers will figure it out.
Yeah.
Bring you something good. So.
Yes, of course.
Middle of the world. That was kind of cool.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
The French went there in, I don't know, 1800s sometime, but I mean, obviously long before any electronics, and picked where the middle of the world was.
The equator.
The equator running through, and they missed it by like 150 yards. So they have where the original French picked, and then they have it now that with GPS, and who knows, the Earth axis could have changed, earthquakes, you never know. But they were really close, so it was cool to see
we went to 2 different museums.
2 different sites there, yeah. And I balanced an egg on a nail. So.
Do you have a photo of that?
I might.
I might have taken
You
a
might
photo.
have taken that, yeah. And you're thinking it's going to be hard, and it really wasn't. So you just kind of put it on there, and like, wow, it stayed. So there was some cool stuff to see. There was a tower, and you could see, lines they painted on the ground that, that's exactly south and east and west and all that.
It's interesting being at the equator because the temperature is really consistent. It was pretty much 72 degrees every day, and it rained every afternoon at 4 o'clock.
Right.
And the sun comes up at 6 in the morning and it goes down at 6 at night every day.
Right.
You don't really get any variation. It was interesting because the people there, it's 72 degrees and they're wearing jackets. Like it's cold.
Yeah.
Of course, for us, it was quite comfortable.
Yeah, that's perfect temperature.
The museum, the first museum we went to there at the middle of the earth was really interesting because they had a large exhibit about the indigenous Shuar people, which was really interesting.
Yeah.
You could stamp in your passport the middle of the earth stamp or whatever it was called, and that was kind of fun. Both of those sites were really interesting.
Full hut with a lot of their tools, so you kind of walk in and this is how they lived. They lived in this hut, and you'd see some of the tools they used and
how they kept their guinea pigs.
Yeah, that's right. That's guinea pig heaven. Yeah. So
I liked Quito a lot. It was pretty chic, pretty interesting. It had some good stuff to see. I would recommend Quito.
Yeah.
We did. Would you go back?
I don't know. I mean, there was some fun stuff to see. There's a volcano that's probably an hour out that you can hike. We went to a caldera where we could have climbed down, but we didn't. But there's farming going on there, and I don't know that it's active, obviously, but it was really cool to just see this valley. It's a volcano caldera that people are living in. Mm-hmm. So that was neat.
Yeah, we got around a bit. We didn't do everything we could have done. I wasn't up for a big, huge hike at 9,000 feet. I didn't want to hike up to 12,000 feet or something like that.
Yes, yeah, those volcanoes were pretty high.
Yeah.
So, and we went there a week early to see Quito a little bit prior to going to the Galapagos for a couple of weeks. So it was kind of a recharge. She had spent a month with her daughter after her daughter gave birth.
I was tired.
That was challenging. I went down to Arizona and hung out with my son, so that was not so challenging.
We had a good time. That was
Yeah.
I liked Quito, and I definitely would recommend it. I don't know that I would go back.
Yeah, I
I
would
feel like
recommend
I'm
it.
satisfied with my experience.
Yeah, I've seen everything there. I mean, you know, there's always stuff you miss. You can't see everything in a week. You know, and you shouldn't try. You should try to see what you want to see and do that.
Go for the art,
Yeah,
if nothing else.
yeah. That was the start of our 3 months in South America, so we did not buy any art. I bought my magnet. That's as close as I got.
It was the first week, and that was it.
Yeah.
All right, well, this is running a little long. I think we should wrap it up.
Okay.
This was a good chat. Thanks, Brad.
Yeah. Thanks, Sal. Remember to check out travelhaunt.com.
Right?
Like this video, subscribe, and turn on notifications if you want to get notified. I personally find that annoying, but subscribe, please. You don't have to be notified. Monday and Thursday, I should be putting up new videos, so check them out.